This is Fox 13 News at 6.
The winter blast continues to cause problems all across the Mid-South after record snowfall yesterday. And, of course, we're getting ready for round 3 tomorrow night.
We know some of the snow has melted today, but the road conditions, they are still treacherous. If you can, we cannot say this enough, please stay home and stay safe. A winter storm warning will go into effect for the Mid-South at midnight tonight. Also, the city of Memphis has issued a state of emergency ahead of this third major winter storm.
We're all under freezing again. This is the 6th straight day we've seen high temperatures below 32 degrees. Chief Meteorologist Joey Solopek has been talking about this record-breaking weather for more than a week. Joey, this next round could be a bit of snow, a bit of ice, a bit of freezing rain. I mean, we might see a little bit of everything.
You know, and this is one of the most frequently asked questions I get is how are the roads affected by this? I had a chance earlier today to drive all over Memphis and check that out, and I was really not impressed with those roads at all. A couple of the main roads have got decent ruts on them or some clearing, but that's going to refreeze soon, and I came upon icy intersection after icy intersection just waiting for disaster, and of course people were stuck everywhere, and we're going to be adding to that. 14 degrees right now with a wind chill of 4. Temperatures over the next few hours tonight are going to stay well below freezing. We will start to see a flurry situation. I think that waits off more until midnight. You see the little snowflakes there? That's what's to come. It's going to be overcast and cold, but the flurries begin after midnight, leading to this. Our winter storm warning goes into effect at midnight, and we are studying the very latest models showing that around midnight to 2, we start round 3, and we're going to throw a bigger sleet, freezing rain threat into the mix, and that's not going to be good for anybody. We're going to make sure you're up to speed with the very latest. We'll take you through it hour by hour coming up in just about 15 minutes.
All right, thank you, Joe. And, of course, Fox 13 continues our team coverage tonight to make sure you are ready and so you can be as safe as you can. Our team of meteorologists will update their forecast continuously, looking forward to round 3 of this winter blast. And our reporters are out there in the mix. They're showing you what's being done to get ready for this next round of winter weather in all 3 states.
We're staying on top of breaking news. A third warming center in Memphis was set to open in less than an hour now, but a pipe burst just a few hours ago. Fox 15's Dominic Dillon is joining us live at the Frazier Raleigh Senior Center. Dominic, burst pipes are a big issue, especially with the extremely cold temperatures. In fact, my husband woke up this morning and one of our rooms, it was flooded because of a burst pipe.
Darcy, this is an issue. A lot of people are running into pipes bursting because of the cold weather, which is why it's so important if you're watching right now, make sure you're allowing your pipes to drip some water out. But like you mentioned, this site here will not be opening up because one of the pipes bursted. You can actually see the water on the floor. If you walk with me a little bit, just peek into the door and you can see water flooding all throughout the center. So they definitely can't allow people to stay here tonight. We're unsure when the city of Memphis will allow people to come in here, but obviously they have a lot of work to do. They have to repair the pipe, clean up the water, so they may be looking for another site, but that's unclear. The fire department is also out here as well. But once again, this is just a very unfortunate situation, especially with the cold weather coming in. We're seeing another winter blast tomorrow, so a lot of people may not have anywhere to go, and this would have been a great place in the Frazier area. But there are 2 other warming centers if you can make it over there. One is about 5 miles away. That's the Hollywood Community Center. And then there's also the Ruth Tate Senior Center, which is 11 miles away. So that's a little bit further. But if there's any way you can make it to those warming centers, they are open. And we're going to try and reach out to the city of Memphis and see what's next. If there's another location that they can open up in this area for people that are in need. Reporting in Frazier, Dominic Dillon, Fox 13 News.
Thank you, Dominic. And we want to remind everybody, with the conditions outside so bad right now, Kroger is shutting down their Mid-South stores early again tonight. As a matter of fact, the doors closed just a few minutes ago. They closed at 6 so their employees can get home safely. As of now, the stores say they do plan to reopen in the morning.
Well, if you have a chance to watch Good Morning Memphis, I'm sure you do, Monday through Sunday, I'm sure you watch Good Morning Memphis. You've heard GMM anchor Ernie Freeman say it, if it is icy, it is dicey. Well, you know what, that is still true as of tonight. We sent Drone 13 back into the air in Bartlett. And of course, it shows a bird's eye view of the snow-covered roads, and it still looks like this in a number of areas here in the Mid-South. Fox 13's Greg Coy, he's joining us live off of Highway 385 in Houston Levee. He's in Traffic Tracker, Fox 13's Traffic Tracker, looking at the current road conditions. I know that you were saying earlier, Greg, that the roads at this point, they are really inconsistent.
Yeah, really inconsistent. I'm going to show you what I mean. The type of road makes a difference. We're on 385. That's a state road. We can tell you it was plowed pretty well. There were 2 lanes. Now, imagine this. This is the Houston Levee exit. Look at the difference from what you saw maybe about 10 seconds ago. The exit ramp here off of 385 on a Houston Levee, we saw this a few hours ago. It hasn't gotten much better, and I can tell you, if you were coming off that highway and didn't slow down really almost to a crawl, this could be a little bit frightening for you. Let's take a right, Kim, if we can. We're going to take a right on Houston Levee, and this is pretty much the same thing. We drove this route all the way down to almost East Shelby Drive, and as you can see by the roads there, you can see for yourself, it's a little dicey and slippery coming around the corner, and we're in the Traffic Tracker, which is 4-wheel drive. I often describe it affectionately as the tank. So if you're driving out in the suburbs, again, be very careful, even in the city, because some of the intersections, as I've been pointing out on Twitter, on our Fox 13 social media, is also a little bit of a problem as well. Live in the Traffic Tracker, I'm Greg Coy, Fox 13 News. Folks, back over to you.
All right, thank you, Greg. Now, TDOT and RDOT officials are getting ready for that 3rd round, which could really up the ante on our roads tomorrow and Thursday. Fox 13 Siobhan Riley is live in Shelby County. Siobhan, an hour ago you told us that that sun we saw today did help warm the pavement. We saw some melting despite the frigid temperatures.
And crews say that could be a game changer in the area because that is obviously going to help things melt just a little bit. But I can tell you that the back roads and at neighborhoods like this, and I'm going to flip the cell phone camera around just so you can see, things are not much different. Actually, it doesn't look much different than it did earlier. There's a little bit of snow melting, but still these roads are just not safe to drive on. So that is why crews are asking you to stay at home. Now, this video that we shot earlier, these are major highways that we shot in Arkansas and Memphis that shows clearer roadways compared to what we saw yesterday. But the public information officers for TDOT and RDOT, they fear the problem will only get worse tomorrow with the next round of snow. TDOT has about 30 plows in the Memphis area, and in Arkansas, crews added calcium to their road treatment mix today to help increase melting in such cold temps. But crews say they're trying to get as much work done as they possibly can today because they know by tomorrow we're going to get hit pretty hard again with round 3 of pretty bad weather.
What we're doing on the interstates and the major highways is we're not plowing down as far as we normally would, because that last inch or 2, for example, of snow, we can then throw some of the rock salt and salt brine, and combined with the sunshine, it will take care of it for us. What that allows us to do is we can then take resources, manpower, and move them to some of the secondary roads to address some of those B and C level type roads, the lesser traveled highways.
And again, crews are warning you to stay at home because these conditions, folks, they are just not safe. Also, TDOT says that it did help about 150 motorists who were stranded on the highways, but again, stay at home. Keeping you safe in Shelby County, Siobhan Riley, Fox 13 News.
Thank you so much, Siobhan. Well, North Mississippi roads are covered with anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of snow and ice yesterday, really depending on where you were. We know that some of the back roads and even the neighborhood streets at this point, they are still treacherous to try to drive on. Fox 13's Tom Dees is joining us live in Olive Branch. Tom, we also know that Olive Branch Police actually had to help you guys because you were stuck in this mess yesterday.
Darcy, they did. As a matter of fact, I had to push me out yesterday evening. I didn't get the names of the 2 officers that did it, but they grabbed the news car by the window, and then I hit the gas, and they pushed me back and finally got me unstuck. I greatly appreciate that. By the way, a lot of those neighborhoods, again, in deep, deep snow. There are some tracks where you can get in, it seems like, and get going and stay in the center of the road. Spoke to a guy today by the name of Russ Cox. He owns a four-wheel drive. He tells me that even though he's got a four-wheel drive, that he's only getting out and making essential runs.
Well, they're nasty. I mean, they're not too bad if you got four-wheel drive, you know. We've just gone from our house to the store, so, you know, I can only judge from there, but right now I wouldn't suggest getting on them unless you have to.
And that's good advice. Once again, I got stuck last night here in Olive Branch going up a very slight grade, and OVPD came along to help me out. Also saw them helping out some other drivers last night as well. I can only imagine that the roads are going to get worse as the night goes on. Reporting in Olive Branch, I'm Tom Dees for Fox 13 News.
Thank you, Tom. Now, keep sending us your weather pictures, too, where you can get those safely, of course. Here's some photos that viewers have already shared with us. We've made it easier for you to share these pictures, just like this, and your videos. Check out the dog. Love that. Log on to fox13memphis.com. There's a button on the top right of the page that says Share with Us. All you have to do is go there and then click Add Your Media and send it our way. It's that simple.
Also stick with Fox 13 as we have continuing coverage of this winter blast. Fox 13 News, we are working to bring you the most complete coverage of all of the conditions that are happening right now, as well as what is on the way. This is about keeping you and your family safe. Fox 13's Chief Meteorologist Joey Solopek continues to monitor the conditions that are outside, but also round 3 that is heading our way. Well, still to come, staying safe while staying warm. We're going to break down what we mean by heater safety.
It's their job to keep order. But when they go too far, who holds them accountable?
I have asked the director to investigate where they were trying to clear the street.
In a Fox 13 investigation after months of calls, emails, and interview requests.
Begging for justice was actually more traumatic for me than just accepting what was happening.
We ask if who breaks the law is more important than the law itself.
They are explicitly looking how to protect the officer.
Wednesday at 9:45 on Fox 13 News.
I was in foot pain for 20 years. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. When I drove past the Good Feet store, I thought, I'm going to stop in. What can it hurt? They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet, not somebody else's feet. And you just knew, like, your feet just, when they got on the right ones, they were like, oh, yeah. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Discover where a career at FedEx can take you. We have opportunities for advancement and other great benefits. Part-time and full-time positions available, with pay starting as high as $18 an hour. For all the details, visit FedExIsHiring.com.
The President's Day sale ends Sunday at Bartlett Home Furnishings. Save big with up to 50% off retail. In stock or special orders. Save again with interest-free financing. But hurry, the President's Day sale ends Sunday at Bartlett Home Furnishings.
Every day this month, Fox 13 is celebrating the people making black history right here in the Mid-South.
Fox 13 and FedEx Employees Credit Association honor Ramona Hood. She made history as the first black woman to become a CEO at FedEx.
I'm a member of American Home Shield, which means this faucet may be freaking out, but I'm not.
All good here.
Something's wrong with my AC. It's blowing pretty hard and won't turn off. Luckily, I'm a member of American Home Shield. My plan helps cover the cost when parts of more than 20 home appliances and systems wear out. If they can't repair them, they'll replace them.
American Home Shield is the largest and pays the most home warranty claims.
It covers things home insurance doesn't, no matter their age. It's a beautiful day. I've never felt so good. Give American Home Shield a call to find the right plan for you. 800-958-9813. That's 800-958-9813. Hey, Janice!
This is Fox 13 News.
Right now, a family of 6 is homeless after a fire destroyed their home this morning. That was at the 2300 block of Forest Avenue in Binghamton. Memphis Fire Department officials tell us they're still investigating, but we're told the family was using an extension cord for a space heater. That entire wall where it was plugged in caught fire. The National Fire Protection Association says that heating equipment is the second leading cause of residential fires and fire deaths annually in the United States.
Well, that fire, it is a lesson to all of us. Space heaters, they do pose a serious fire risk, especially in the bitter cold temperatures that we're having right now.
They have to be used properly to be used safely. In fact, according to the National Fire Protection Association, heating equipment, as I said just 2 seconds ago, the second leading cause of house fires and deaths every year. Let's go to Fox 13's Dakari Turner live after hearing from officials about this and issues around space heaters. Dakari?
Daryl and Darcy, good evening to you both. This is an issue, of course, that we see time and time again around this time of year, unfortunately. People are not used to these temperatures and resort to space heaters as they try very hard to stay warm. But this is a message, as we warn people tonight, that, of course, bears hearing again. Now, in this house fire, a member of the family told us that they used an extension cord to power their space heater, and that is what could have caused the fire. Now, that's on a list of things not to do. What you want to do instead, make sure the space heater you buy carries a certification level, that it also carries a shutoff feature. Here are some other things from Memphis Fire.
You don't want to plug a space heater into an electrical cord. You want to plug it straight into the wall outlet. You also want to make sure that the space heater is at least 3 feet from anything else that it can come in contact with. Make sure you have a space heater that if it falls over, it'll shut off automatically.
Indeed, some very carefully worded, a very careful worded message for people to hear out there tonight. Now, no word from Memphis Fire Department as far as the official cause of this fire, but of course this, as we've said, is a message that bears watching and listening to the people out there listening tonight. Reporting live tonight, I'm Dakari Turner, Fox 13 News.
Thank you, Dakari. New at 6, President Biden has been in contact with governors of the states impacted by this severe winter weather. The White House announced late this afternoon at about 5:30 that the president called the governors of the 7 states, including Tennessee Governor Bill Lee and Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves. President Biden told them his administration is prepared to help, and they're standing by ready to respond to requests for federal assistance. They will deploy any additional federal emergency resources that are available to assist. The president also expressed gratitude for all of the workers on the front lines responding to the storm.
Temperatures continue to be a huge part of our story. Everybody knows it's cold. It has rarely been this cold, I think, for this long, but we're still looking at 5 to 9 degrees across Shelby County. And as we see more moisture approaching, that leads to our next winter storm warning. Goes into effect tonight at midnight, lasts through 6 o'clock Thursday for the entire Fox 13 viewing area, and this is how it arrives. We start to see some snowfall around midnight tonight, building in Arkansas. We're already tracking it off to the west, and it starts to flow through roughly midnight to 5 a.m. Scattered snow showers, flurries coming through. That will maybe kick into a slightly higher gear around midday, around noon. And then in the afternoon hours, temperatures are going to rise to the south. Look at this. Low 20s up here, but with southerly winds, 30-ish around Corinth to Clarksdale. And that's going to introduce a bigger threat, I think, which is the addition of sleet and freezing rain. That's what you're seeing in pink. And that just sort of tracks throughout Wednesday, on and off, interspersed with some liquid rain further south. You'll have some snowflakes. Further north you go, the better chance of seeing it as purely a snowfall event. I still think we can see some of that wintry mix in the Memphis area as well. So that puts on and off North Mississippi in play. Now we're into Thursday, where it's still continuing, and we see this lingering into the early afternoon hours before it finally starts to move out. And we go into another deep freeze Thursday night and into Friday. That is leading to some totals that are looking pretty impressive. I've seen some information that could go as high as 6 or 8 inches of snow. On average, we're thinking 2 to 5 inches, roughly Memphis north, primarily snow, a little bit of an ice component threat. You get south of that, in the pinks, you're getting more of an ice threat. Now, keep in mind, if you see more sleet or freezing rain, that actually can lower your snowfall totals. That's taking some of that moisture needed to create snow, and it's making it ice. And you get a little further south, and I'm thinking near the Oxford corridor, going left to right, you've got a much higher ice risk. Keep that in mind for friends and family that live there. If you're traveling that direction or just coming through on 55 or 22, that's going to be an issue Wednesday into Thursday. Tonight, if you're trying to get to the grocery store, well, it's too late for Kroger, but if you got somewhere else to go, 7 to 9 p.m., single digits, mostly cloudy, and then the flurries and the snow showers and the wintry mix begin early tomorrow morning. Let's say midnight to 6 while you're watching Good Morning Memphis. 9-degree wind chill at 8 a.m. Lunchtime temps around 17. I mean, tomato soup and grilled cheese sounds fantastic right now. Afternoon high, and it gets warmer as we go towards the evening hours and stays there for a little bit. Upper 20s. Great day to stay inside and off those roads again if you can, because they are terrible. Here's your next 7 days. That weekend's not too far away, and it's not just your Saturday, Sunday. It's when we thaw out. So we get through this mess. Super cold early Friday. It's going to be really tough to motor anywhere on Friday. And then we see the thaw begin. That's going to happen Saturday into Sunday with temperatures near 40 to 50 and a scattered shower chance on Sunday. You, my friends, are watching Fox 13 News at 6.
The Southland team is back on the floor, and we invite you to come back too.
We've reopened the sports book,
spaced out the slots and tables,
and fired up the food service. We've always been closer. Now we're closer to normal.
No, not now.
Yeah, dude, that doesn't look good.
I know what to do.
What's that?
I'm going to cashnetusa.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, I can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Oh, nice save.
Saving the day is easy. With CashNet USA.
When you need money fast, be the hero. Go to cashnetusa.com to apply for the money you need now.
A chicken sandwich that hits different. Breaded by hand for a crunchy, juicy bite. And it's Burger King. Yeah, our hand breading is as good as our flame grilling. The new hand-breaded chicken sandwich. Get it in the 2 for $5 mix and match deal.
You've been very busy at home lately. It's time you got reacquainted with your massage routine. Massage Envy massages will leave you recharged. Join now and get a free 60-minute massage session. Massage Envy. Keep your body working.
Aloha, dudes. Me again. Up here straight shredding and about to make things more extreme. With these Extreme Cash Instant Games. With a top prize of $500 grand, the only way to get more extreme is to get on my level. And you can't, because I'm all the way up. Take your fun to the extreme with Extreme Cash Games. Only from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun.
Every day this month, Fox 13 is celebrating the people making black history right here in the Mid-South. Her civil rights activism changed the lives of students across the South, but it also prevented her from teaching here in Memphis, the city she helped change. Elaine Turner impacted thousands of lives across the school systems who weren't afraid of her spirit.
They're still here. We still have some of the same battles to win.
Fox 13 celebrates Black History in the Making, sponsored by Great American Home Store. There's no place like home.
This is the kind of card that has America talking. With it, people with Medicare are getting all-in-one coverage for their doctor visits, hospital care, prescription drugs, and more. This kind of insurance, called Medicare Part C, may also cover dental care, eyeglasses, hearing aids, fitness programs, vitamins, even healthy meals and rides to the doctor. With this kind of coverage, you do not need a Medicare supplement insurance plan. You will access your benefits through your Medicare Part C plan for one low and oftentimes $0 monthly plan premium. You deserve to get the most from your Medicare benefits. Call now for free information that may help you get more coverage for less money. There is no obligation to enroll. Whether for yourself or someone you love, call the number on the screen now. Call now.
The Southland team is back on the floor.
And we invite you to come back too.
We're taking bets in the sports book,
Keeping the slots and tables rolling.
And firing up the steakhouse.
We've always been closer. Now we're closer to normal.
This is Fox 13 News.
Now, this next story goes to show that Southerners really know how to have a fun snow day. Take a look at this.
Get it, son, get it.
I mean, it looks like fun. I'm not going to do it. It shows an ATV pulling a man on his skis down a main thoroughfare. This is in DeSoto County. Shot yesterday on Commerce Street in Hernando, as a matter of fact. It's getting a lot of attention on one local Facebook page, both good and bad. Some say it was just fun. Others say it's a lesson in what not to do, calling it dangerous. You know, Darcy, I saw a guy on a snowboard yesterday going down Highland at about 40 miles an hour, slaloming. I mean, closed road like that, if you know what you're doing.
Right.
But on the city streets, please don't do stuff like that. You're not putting yourself in danger. You're putting everybody
else in danger. Yeah. And of course, as we've been saying all day, for the last couple of days, we just want to make sure that everyone is safe.
Well, and I'm going to admit it. I've turned into an old grumpy man who's a killjoy. Just ask my kids.
You don't mean to, but it is what it is.
I don't mean to, but it's what happened.
It is what it is.
Exactly.
Well, also, Daryl, just want to let everyone know that this just came in a few minutes ago. The city of Memphis just announced there is a third warming center that opened up. It is the Lewis Senior Center. It is located on North Parkway. We reported earlier that the Fraser Raleigh Community Center had to be closed because of a burst pipe, but there are also two other locations that are open, the Hollywood Community Center on Hollywood and the Ruth Tate Senior Center, that's on Marjorie. Both are open and available for everyone.
Temperatures over the next few hours are going to stay really cold. We got wind chills in the teens. We expect to see the wintry mix overnight starting to kick in early tomorrow morning. And I just posted on my Facebook page, looking at that video, my cousins in North Mississippi just sent me a video of them on a four-wheeler dragging their daughter on something. I said, what is she riding? They said a 66 Ford Fender. We'll see you tonight.
Thank you for joining Fox 13 News at 6. Be safe.
For complete winter storm coverage, closing